Be good. So I think let's see. Main shading and lighting. Up those and put them in Messenger here. And then I'll grab those. Put them there. Okay, so we'll work on getting all the colors typed that we have in here at this point. And we'll do other stuff later, like the portal, redo that. Okay, and I think I'm going to put that away for now. Well, I think we got the hair done on Saturday. So now we are working on the sleeveless trench coat. Hopefully when some other people get here, I might share a little bit of information that I was going through some file folders that I have of the Canadian Shield and other characters, and I found some stuff that I wrote on the Canadian Shield that some might find interesting. Because it's not exactly the exact questions they've asked me before, but maybe some stuff that should have been thinking about. I guess we're gonna have to do Canadian Shield. I thought we did, but it's a little bit of stuff there. Hey, uh, it would seem so at the moment. Um, and are you in the back room? I doubt it, but no. Hopefully others will join, but especially if you hit the like and well, the subscribe for sure. Well, not the subscribe, the share. Sorry. Yeah, I started about 6 minutes ago. 6 o'clock on the dot for me. So on the
So,
top of the hour, I started.
okay,
I forget what time zone you're in. So,
Eastern time. All right. Probably not staying there long, for long. We're gonna record another one. Video playing XCOM.
but how are
Uh,
you
Hardly any
today,
matches, but I still need.
Chozo? Tonight?
I'm doing all right. Uh, it's just okay. Okay, it's okay. Okay, it's slow. I don't know if you hear that. So for the past, I'm still waiting for it to get back from the artist side commission. I don't know. Rick, wait, can you hear me? Yeah, I'm responding. Saying ain't Rick. Did you, wait, what, huh, Rick? I don't hear you. Hmm? I'm
Uh,
confused.
I actually did some work today on my
Wait,
snowdrift
can you hear
turnaround.
me?
Show it to you.
What?
Oh, I think I. No, I didn't.
You didn't
So I
hear me?
got.
Wow, you didn't hear me just.
I
Oh,
gotta tighten the colors, but I got it somewhat colored. I'm working on getting the side view nice and clean looking.
hmm?
Uh, can't you hear me? No, I can't. Which is probably, I was hoping things had got fixed. I gotta plug this into. Okay, should be able to hear you now.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Like I was talking for a bit. I didn't know you couldn't hear me.
No,
Uh,
I thought it had
uh,
been fixed and it would go through my TV, but I'm it's got to go through my mic, the headphones, so I can hear.
okay. I'll say, it says me, yeah, but I was saying, it's been slow for the past couple of weeks since I'm going to get back from artists I commissioned.
Cool. Yeah, I know what it's like. Things going slow, 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 slow.
Doing work, um, yeah.
But how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. I feel like I probably should be recording another XCOM video right now, but I don't know if anyone even cares. Like it's like,
Well, hey Joshua, that's the thing. A lot of times you got to do it whether you think somebody cares or not, because
mm,
it's a hard thing to break through in YouTube to anything. Like if you look at some of my first videos, you know, when I first started doing this, the views aren't high, or sometimes none. I've got lots of videos that are nobody's ever watched. I,
uh, yeah, say I'm low. Like, oh, that's what Joshua states.
yeah, just the volume. So I just
Okay, yeah.
I put you up in what's Discord. So hopefully you're higher now. Joshua can tell us one way or
Yeah.
another. So whether he can hear you or not now properly.
Uh,
That might take a few couple
uh, uh, if this current project we're working on actually brings in revenue, I gotta figure out what actual character I should that one of the actual characters that I created and created somewhat care about. Should I work on first? Um, I think I might do Roachinator.
Yeah. But you just gotta figure out which character you like, and unfortunately, you might have to stick to it, and it might not take traction for a while. It might take a little ways to get there, and then get where you want, and then the other thing
No,
is
no,
figure.
no. Reason why I said Roachinator because it could that can very easily be a one shot. Cause I had really thought too much about that character.
Uh,
It's a woman who gets turned herself to a roach monster in the laboratory.
yeah, it's definitely got some potential.
Yeah, you probably just saying that to make you probably just saying that to make you feel happy. You probably don't believe that.
Well, Uh, maybe it's not something that I think I would like, but I do believe it has potential. A woman gets turned into a roach type monster. Okay, yeah, that there could be something there. Yes, does it need to be executed good? Yeah, you know, and
Mm,
there's like there's something for almost every audience, everything. It's just selling it right, getting the right
mm,
audience, and that part can be hard. I won't deny it. Finding your
mm.
audience, even especially if it's a one shot, because you look at the cartoons that we have nowadays. Like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, they wouldn't have went over. Well, some of them were that old, but like when I first saw The Simpsons or Ren and Stimpy or South Park, I'm like, oh my God, what is this? This is the most pathetic art out there. How did this even get made into a cartoon? Yet
I mean,
the
Simpsons. How Simpsons isn't really that disgusting, and is it? Like,
well,
Just so you know, just so you
oh,
know, South Park probably made it more because of their rude humor
yeah,
than the actual art style itself.
hey,
yeah,
rebellious.
Hello, it's been a
yeah,
hot
but
minute.
yeah. Both Ren and Stimpy and South Park had rude, crude humor, but the Simpsons wasn't that all that gross on anything
Oh,
like that. It was just
okay.
kind of had
It,
social commentary, and that's it.
yeah, okay. Well, The Simpsons isn't super gross, but it isn't the most fantastic art for a cartoon out there either,
Oh,
especially
oh,
for when it came out. And
mm,
then that's more my
mm,
point. They executed
oh,
it right, and it became something. People liked it.
mm,
So it's all about the execution, in my opinion. Well, maybe not all
mm.
about, but that's definitely a good starting point, for lack of a better way of saying it.
And then there's also
Because
the whole there's also a series like the cartoon theory that I forgot how long ago um this was, but um during an English class there was part when we were about to read a graphic novel where the teacher went over more simplistic art styles are more connectable. So um there was an entire lesson on that.
Yeah, I guess I could
Are you
see that.
saying it's bad because it's simple, or are you saying it's bad because of other reasons?
Well, maybe it's a little bit of the simplisticness, and of course that's more maybe what it You know, like I like some other simple stuff, you know, I guess in the past, but I guess I'm putting it against other things maybe of the time, but you know, like, or maybe I'm just saying it's disgusting because, or, and maybe disgusting is too harsh of a word, but you know, because
Now I can see why you would say South Park is disgusting. It is
Ren and
like
Stimpy is not.
yeah,
I haven't ever watched the other show that's being mentioned here, but I can like yes, South Park is one of my favoriteest shows ever, but yes, I can back Crossy when it comes to him saying that South Park is disgusting.
Mm.
And the fact that it's disgusting makes it great at the same time.
yeah, and hey,
Especially
go ahead.
oh, hello chat. Hello Joshua.
Okay, has anybody got the stream on as well as listening to or watching, or in the back room?
Yes, but I got the audio on the stream turned way down, so I can't hear it.
Yeah, but your
My
mic might
my
be still
stream
picking it up. Uh,
my stream is paused. I had it up, but I had it paused. I
because
deleted out of it completely now.
Yeah,
but
my stream is muted. So
yeah, okay.
but
So I'm not sure whether
I'm not
maybe my mic's picking it up. I'm not sure. And I've got
I'm not hearing any repeating whatsoever when it comes to like on the
yeah. Tank in the chat. They're hearing. He's hearing an echo in it being out there. You know, in the stream, not us here. So that's why I was thinking it might have been.
yeah.
I don't know whether
Yeah,
it's
but,
so loud. My mic might be picking it up from my headphones, so I just put it down a little bit in StreamYard. But okay, so yeah,
Yeah, but
go ahead, whomever.
I know full well. Yeah, but I know full well now. When I actually get back to making the character I want to create again, I'm not gonna try to fund Goofano again. I'm gonna make that separately and try to sell that
Yeah.
separately because no one wanted Goofano the last time, and then because it's not an interesting character to most people. So
Okay, thanks.
I got whole streams be yelling at me, telling me to scrap his character because he's not marketable. So
Okay,
I honestly think the type of character that you want to make is honestly dependent on the type of demographic you want to reach with them.
Yeah. Well, that's
and
all.
What you're wanting to do with the character.
And that's all. That comes down to part of the execution, what I was talking about earlier. And hello, DJ. So I just want to catch up with the chats here a little bit. Tank Ferret saying hello to everybody. Joshua says, I think Rick was saying it was different, so people may have judged it before they saw it. Yeah, sort of that. And, you know, like I was one of them, I'll admit. And then we got about the echo. Joshua says he didn't hear the echo. Tank says everyone but Rick is echoing, and then now he says the echo is gone. And Tank says hi to DJ as well. So, okay, we're caught up with the chat. Yeah.
Maybe Tank has 2 tabs open or something.
Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, I've never met you before, Rebellious Pastry. I don't think.
I think I've seen you in chat, but not on air before.
Oh.
Yes, it's been a while since Rebellious has been on the panel as well. Been a while since Rebellious has been in the chat much either.
Yeah, I've just been mostly working on my own stuff lately.
Yeah, and that's all right. You know.
Yeah, but
and then
Goofano Yeah, Goofino is one of the clown. If you don't know, your jester.
And also the other thing, it's been a while since I've regularly had people on. I'm trying to make sure I'm in the Discord chat so people can come on and we can talk and all that about this, that, and whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Um,
But Joshua remembers me, I hope.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure Joshua does.
Like,
Um,
yes, my voice have dropped a few octaves, but yes, you do remember me, Joshua.
Yeah, it may have
And if you
dropped.
try to say you don't, what?
It may have dropped a few octaves, as you said, but there's still your distinct voice pattern in there.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that, if Joshua says he doesn't remember me, that would be complete bluff. Because he even watched stuff over on my channel before, too.
Joshua was like, remember who? Rebellious Pastry.
Yeah. But
Uh,
yeah, I remember you in a few chats, but not on air.
Yeah, probably. I don't think he was in my chat too much or at all when you were on the panel a lot, Rebellious. But he was over on Metal's chat a lot at that point. And I think you,
I've said hi over there, but I didn't really necessarily stay very long in
yeah,
metal and
I mean, no, maybe no
marsupials.
back when I used to be in Tank Ferret's team and all that.
yeah.
Back like 4 years ago or 5 years ago.
Uh, yeah, well, Rebellious, maybe, well, she's been gone for about 2 years or just over 2 years from my channel.
Yeah, maybe like 3 years ago when I used to be in Tank Ferret's.
And then she was around for about a year before that.
Mm.
Yeah.
And the reason I know this is because yesterday, because Rebellious left my chat a couple months before my mom died, and yesterday it was officially 2 years.
Wow, I didn't know that it was completely 2 years since I've been on this channel.
Yeah. I think you've
Oh,
been.
yeah,
I think you were around once or twice in the chat, just for one or two, and you might have come on once in that time, maybe twice, but wasn't a regular thing. But then again, I wasn't even regularly having people on in my chat.
Uh,
Or in my thing,
yes.
because I wasn't in a position. I was streaming, but I wasn't really in a position as far as I was concerned to regularly be in my Discord for people to come on. So, in that sort
That's
of
so fair. I kind of more of became a like one of the main people who hopped on streams for Sci-Fi Nation
yeah.
for a little
yeah,
bit.
oh yeah, I used to be on there too.
Wait, you were on Sci-Fi Nation?
Yes, used to be there too. I've been there in years.
Um, were you over there when I started being over there?
I'm not
Or
sure.
no?
I'm not sure. Again, it's coming kind of foggy since I've been trying and trying to make this since I've been on this path trying to make comics. I've been trying. I guess years start to blur together. I don't
Yeah,
even know.
yeah, they do
That
for
is so
sure.
fair, though. I
Ju-
just remember sci-fi sci-fi specifically just because like um I'm not gonna say how I have, but I've helped them behind the scenes before as well. I tend to help with a lot behind the scenes with people, but you know.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Joshua jokingly says, although he wouldn't say it was jokingly in this, he says, "I've never heard of this pastry in my life."
Eh, I mean,
No.
um, I mean, like, I'm still the same guy as the last time. Jeez, this
He Joshua
the
is
puberty
T.
voice is killing me mentally, but I'm still talking, so there's that.
How old
Uh,
are you?
mm, um, I'm 21 actually.
Oh, I agree.
Well, that goes exactly with what I thought you were before your age when you were here
Hmm.
before.
Yeah. Eh, it's a long story on why my voice sounds like is still squeaking, but yeah. Um, but yeah. Joshua, how has things been for you?
Uh,
Holy shoot! Shoot! Pilfer Pup is even streaming right now as well, but he doesn't let anyone on the panels.
or not very often.
Oh, yeah, I saw you on there once.
Yeah, that's why I say not very.
It's kind of crazy how you guys didn't know each other till I introduced you both to each other, even though I met you both through Sticky Art.
Yeah,
I almost called him Sticky Frog.
yeah, yeah. There's lots of people that I've met through other people, and lots of people that have met other people through me. It's just amazing how this community works or can work. The YouTube
Yep.
community.
Yep. And there's even like different YouTube communities inside
Yeah.
of
Well, I mean,
YouTube as well.
I mean, just YouTube as a whole too. Because it is a community in a sense in itself, and yes, there are smaller communities within that community. And hello, Timothy.
Hey, Timothy. I'm Timothy remembers me. I have a feeling, even more than Joshua.
Yeah, Tim. Well, yeah, I think he had started selling his books through Amazon. He's in the middle of making Melvin 4. I am right here coloring up Canadian Shield 3, which I actually have a crowdfunding campaign out for right now.
I'm looking on my subscriptions, and I have 5 of them streaming today. Thank goodness I didn't decide to start a stream myself, or else I would have been heavily disappointed. I tried 2 days ago, but no one came on, so I hopped off.
Yeah, that's the way it is sometimes. I've had that many times. It's definitely disconcerting when nobody comes by, but Ting Fair says, I missed the last 4 minutes, and apparently the spicy content. Tanks was wait, what now? Okay.
Yeah, no offense, but if you're looking for spicy content, um this is definitely not the channel for it. Neither is mine.
Oh, sometimes it can be a little spicy here.
Hmm.
Um,
I understand if Dillard gets on here, but other than that, I can't see it.
yeah, yeah, I still can't get money, so I don't know. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's hard to get all this stuff. Who's on? We have Rebellious Pastry here and Fitz Chozo, Timothy.
Timothy's probably like, um, it's been a hot minute for this bread roll. Yes, it has. Hmm. But yeah, um, what is your main thing, Fizz? Can I
Fitz
just call you
Chozo.
Fizz?
Yes, everyone calls me that. For about 4 years now, or 4 or 5 years now, I've tried to make comics. I had tried to crowdfund this comic called Goofanoid, and no one wanted that. No one wanted it. Everyone told me it was a bad idea about clown as superhero, this jester character.
Hmm.
And since then, like for the past 3 years, I've been trying to find a job so I can get money to make whatever I want myself. Unfortunately, no one responds to my job applications.
Uh,
Oh man,
I have,
I'd I'd say I'd say get like a job at a grocery store or something. They're always looking for new people.
yeah, but sometimes
okay,
even
if
those
you even see
can.
my yeah, if they see my application, I guess.
The thing, unfortunately, sometimes when you're looking at for a job, I know what it's like. I've lots of times put out, like 100, 200 resumes. I only got one or two callbacks if I was lucky. So yeah,
I
it
know
can.
I still haven't gotten a call back.
Yeah,
So
I don't know where you live, so I don't know what to suggest. Timothy's what? Nah, that can't be rebellious pastry. Don't sound like pastry.
Um, they don't sound like pastry. Huh,
I didn't know pastry could talk.
that's yeah. I didn't know I could talk either.
Usually just eat
Who did
pastry.
you? Ouch! That hurts when you try to eat me. No fair. Who did I sound like?
Well, I think as you said earlier, your octaves have changed a couple. Your
Yep.
voice has changed a couple octaves, and that might be why he's saying you don't quite sound like yourself to him.
But yeah, how can I prove to you that I am pastry, Timothy?
yeah.
Joshua reiterates my sentiments. Pastries can't talk.
Uh, yeah,
Let,
yeah.
let's see.
I know now not to try and find Goofanoid now, because no one's gonna back it. So because
Well,
so
well,
I gotta make
well,
that separately and sell it.
well. There's the thing. You've got to get a following, and that's the biggest thing. And you've got to get people out there knowing. You've got to. I know you're producing your content with your the video game, which is good. Um, but it's gonna take a while. You might have to go into streams and say, "Hey, check out my channel in the chat." Like when I first started doing this, I went into a lot of streams and said, "Check out my channel." And I did lives.
I went around streams as well. I was annoying.
Yeah, well,
Now
I'm not doubting you have. And it's something that I gotta probably do again too. I'm starting to put it out there.
As far as being on shows versus like eh, being on shows and telling people to subscribe to your channel, and you gotta also be on this show to be on the show as well. Not just be like, hop on, say like, subscribe to my YouTube, and then
No, I
leave.
did that. I did that as well. I did that as well.
Yeah.
There's just no. It's just that I'm not a very charismatic person.
Well, ask my audience. Do they find me very charismatic? I don't think so. Well, maybe at times, I don't know. But
Oh,
Um, I have seriously been in your chat, and I could seriously hear the crickets in my own head louder and more often than your voice.
yeah. Everybody's got their own shtick, if you will, and it's hard, yeah, definitely to stick to it and just be there, you know. And frankly, on my show, I probably have less um, um, what's the word you said? Care, charism or whatever. I can't. No, I can't even speak. But sometimes when I go on other shows, I'm way different, and but unfortunately in YouTube sometimes, yeah, you could get lucky and things go explode on you. Joshua says you can also promote, and you probably do, promote your stuff on other websites and forums, you know. And I'm not sure when you go to the other channels or not and promote in the chat saying check out my thing. Have maybe a tagline that you know that you let people know what you.
Greetings.
Hey Tim.
uh, uh,
Hello.
Yes,
uh,
I'm just waking up, so why are octaves different? I just
Um,
it's like who
I
the hell is this person?
um, I've of course, when I'm trying to answer a question, my voice craps out on me, but I've been going through medical transition, so that's why.
Ah, okay. That's all you had to say.
oh,
I was like, what is going on with this? This does not sound like pastry. Huh.
It's me.
Okay,
Well,
I get it. I get it.
I actually detect um, a
Well,
bit of
you
a.
have a certain in your head. When you hear the voice, you kind of your brain kind of gets this is how this person sounds, and something's different from what you usually expect them to sound like. You go, what is up with that?
Yeah, and it's also been
Let's just
been a couple years since
yeah
pastry's been on my channel too.
Yeah. I haven't caught
yeah
a show lately. Now,
yeah same here.
is it appropriate to ask what you're transitioning into, or is that just that's kind of a
A
personal thing?
man, a man.
Oh, okay. I see. I get it. All right. A
I'm
dude.
more public about it on my channel, but yeah,
Well, some people might not be. So,
on
just
my
one
own
more.
channel, yes.
I mean, like, some people might not be like very open about asking personal questions like that. So I wonder.
Hmm. That is totally chill though.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, as far as the whole like remembering what you sound like and you sounding different, like that honestly have happened to me where my brain and my brain remembers one thing and my vocal cords sound like something else. So I definitely understand that from um
Right.
my own personal stories too.
I have
Like
heard that
right.
myself.
before. People have said I sound like Lorenzo.
Well, because right now, with pastry, you sound kind of how I imagine Romo to sound. One of my cartoon characters I created.
Like all middle
Um,
schooly and awkward?
Yeah, squeaky as
yeah.
fuck.
Uh,
No.
Uh, no, because right now, if you don't know, I made a pilot for a cartoon called Romo and Krim. And like right now, you sound exactly how I imagine Romo to sound. All dance misses, just like the radio filter. Yeah,
Oh
so like,
no. Should I be happy or should I be like, oh no?
no,
I don't know.
no, it should probably be happy. I don't know. It's probably be happy. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I honestly hope Lorenzo's doing okay. I haven't seen anything from his channel in forever.
Oh,
and,
he's doing good. I've talked to him on Twitter a couple times. I'm in one of his chat groups. I'm actually in a couple of his chat groups. So I see him there every so
yeah,
often saying something or
I
whatever.
got hacked and then in like 2024 and then I never got his Discord back and then he never streams. And then I got lost track of him and hoping he's doing okay.
I think
Some
I'm still
things.
in his Discord. I can send you. I can send it to you. Uh, message me.
Yeah. Well,
You're
I don't believe Rebellious is on Twitter.
I do, but I have an account, but I refuse to use it.
Uh,
Why?
So, um, I just don't. I just don't agree with what happens on there most of the time. Why do I have it? I have it so that if for whatever reason there's a rebellious pastry to Twitter page that isn't mine, I can be like, hey yo, you're trying to steal my stuff. Cut it out. Why do I not
Post
use
very
it?
frequently on Twitter. I post very frequently on Twitter. Most because no one even responds or even cares when I what I upload, so it doesn't matter.
yeah. Well, guess what? Most of the time, I don't get any responses to stuff that I put on Twitter too.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I often I remember
Unless
I
it's
often,
political, no one cares.
yeah I remember I
uh,
oftentimes
well,
post
that's not.
post my character artwork for characters I design, and no one even gives a damn. And people act like they don't even exist for some reason.
yeah. Well, unfortunately, a lot of people go about their business, and a lot of times there's a lot of political stuff on there, and people do more to the political stuff.
That can get old. I can understand that.
But
It's why I don't use Twitter.
I'm kind of numb to the whole thing. It doesn't bother me anymore.
and
I used
Joshua,
to get. I still do get into fights with people, but not as extensive as I used to.
Joshua
After a while,
says,
I just kind of get bored
uh,
arguing with them, so I just.
okay, and here's a question: is anyone following you, or are you following anybody else on Twitter? Not pastry, but Fitzchosen.
Yeah, I'm following other people, and other people ain't got very few followers. Like they got like 20 followers or something.
Okay, well, that.
Well, I mean, go ahead. Sorry.
It's definitely hard to get seen then, depending on how many people they're following. Like I have a few hundred followers, and it's definitely hard to get noticed. All these things are
I
hard to.
remember. Uh, I remember. When I was making that pilot for Romo and Krim, I remember I was posting updates all the time on Twitter of me making it. Yeah, when it finally came out, people act like it didn't take that. It did take a long time to make, even though Dick, you can go through my Twitter history and see just how long it took to make this,
Yeah.
including all the issues I had making it. So I'm like, huh? Like,
I see.
like
Wow.
You know, I have a small following, a small, amount of fans, but you know how long it took me to get at least people remotely interested in what I do? What is it, maybe 4 or 5 years? That
Mm.
feels like 5 years to me, but I guess it was 4 years.
Yeah,
Back,
well,
back when I was.
you technically started before you were on my show, but I just found
Yeah.
a couple days ago or yesterday, I found
Yeah,
the first interview I did with Tim when he came into my
you
chat.
sure? Because I kind of felt like that was the second one.
Well, it could have
Because I
been.
think there was.
It could have been.
Yeah. Either way, it was. Yeah, it was like, oh wow, look how old this is.
But
Yeah.
there's a certain type of art that gets attention on Twitter. I already know what it is.
Well, sometimes you gotta kind of was it I always use 80s hardcore as an example. Um, when they were playing gigs, there was no interest in these bands. They were just they were playing anywhere and everywhere. They described it as like cutting through the jungle.
Yeah,
And now it's a 8-lane highway gleaming up the code, and that's where all the new bands kind of like drive along.
well, also there's the thing is, like back in the day, for the indie bands and all that, they had to play dives all the time. It was
Exactly.
not very often they got something beyond a dive, and when they did,
Sometimes, yeah. Well, I mean, like the band the Germs never got out of L.A. But
I don't know what dive even is.
dive bar would be like a really shitty bar.
Oh
It'd be
yeah,
No.
like the cheap drinks. Don't order any complicated type of drinks. Yeah,
well,
dive bars.
it'd be a place probably places you wouldn't want to go. Sometimes it'd be abandoned gas stations, abandoned whatever. But my point is, you gotta go out like that, like no one cares about what you're doing, so you're gonna go out and have fun doing it, and then maybe some people will like what you're doing.
yeah,
Yeah. So, I mean, just have fun with what you're doing and get out there. I mean, people will see you having fun. I mean, don't take yourself too seriously. That's how the problem with some of these creators is they take themselves way too seriously.
Joshua says, in general, people don't care how long it takes you to make something. Yeah, just as long as you're not getting them to pay for it ahead of time.
Oh yeah, if you're gonna make them pay for it ahead of time and then not deliver, then it's gonna eventually piss them off.
Yeah.
But no one actually believes in me enough to fund anything I want to make. Like, I actually want to make
You don't
Homo Criminal,
you d-
like a
you don't know
Homo
that.
Criminal series.
You want to know
You
something?
won't you
Here,
won't know until you make it.
my first.
Like I've been on. I've been on no. You saying I've been on other streams before. People talking about my work, right? And these people don't. Most people do not like my work. Dazzling Kate 22 and Trey McHale, they do not like my work.
Yeah, that's a
Well, they
couple.
can.
That's a
Your
couple.
attitude should be well.
Like I said, you got to get it to the right people. Those guys are not the right people. I can't say who it is.
You also got to evolve what you do. You can't do just the same thing. If you need better artillery, you get better artillery.
My main thing holding me back right now is budget. The reason why it took so long to make the first episode of Roman Crim is because of rendering, which I need a better computer with a graphics card that I can render it.
Oh,
Render
well,
it
then
fast.
save up and get a better one.
I can't because I don't have a job. I can't. I've been signed multiple job applications for the past 3 years. That no one calls back ever. So I'm like,
Yeah. Like employers ghosting is honestly have been a big problem.
Well, I mean, they have the right not to hire people if they don't want to hire people. That's the problem.
so anyways, I've been working
Yeah.
out. Probably so I can start starting to work out this year because I know I'm gonna. I'm 23 years old right now, so
Yeah.
I'm working out this year because I'm gonna really I'm decided to just try to beat up the people who don't want to hire me. Simple as that.
Fitz shows up.
Ever tried temp jobs?
Fitz. Back in 2018, I did a Kickstarter. You want to know how much it got?
How much?
$5.
$61 Canadian with 3 backers.
Ooh.
Now I was going for a $3,000 Canadian goal, which was, and my
Wow.
and my stuff was ludicrous. My pricing, I'll admit all this.
Our prices were cheap. Just nobody wanted to back it.
Yeah, very few backed it. And then guess what? My next campaign on Kickstarter. Let's see. For the Canadian Shield #1, again, it was unsuccessful on Kickstarter. Although I did fund it over on from Indiegogo first. I had a $700 Canadian goal. I only got $160 with 10 backers.
I remember this is actually the second chance I tried to fund Melvin one. I only got 33%, but you know what I did? I still sent
Good.
out books.
Yeah,
Heck, we
that's
can't
fair.
hear you.
But you got it. The one thing is, you either need to know a lot of people in big places to get on a lot of big streams, and hopefully because of them saying, "Hey, back this book," a lot of people will back your book, or you have to get an audience, and it is hard to get an audience on thing.
A cult following actually can do wonders.
Yeah,
And the only way you get
Cult
that you
following.
A cult following
And
is
only-
like hold on. A cult following is like having a following but not being it's not being like commercially famous. You're famous and known through like a certain group or community.
and the thing is, the only way to get that following is to watch a bunch of terrible Disney movies and then complain about it on the internet.
well, that's not the only way, but
Yeah.
The Misfits
Um,
got famous. The Misfits got famous because of Metallica. The bass player was a huge Misfits fan. And then we talk about like Earth AD like inspired like the genre death metal. You know. Oh, and Guns N' Roses. It didn't hurt that Guns N' Roses also did a cover of a Misfits song.
I know a guy that talks a lot about metal. Metallica's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
yeah.
It's on
my
my
point
channel.
being, my point being is you don't have to, commercial success is not the only way to get there. People like to tell you that, but that's not the truth of it.
Let's see.
I have another idea. Have you ever tried to like follow people who do similar things as you and then draw fan art of their stuff?
Yeah, I actually did. I made a poster of the Buckler and and it was Isom. And nobody bought it.
Yeah.
Nobody bought it.
Okay, well, we're not even talking about selling it, or I'm not sure whether pastry is or not.
I'm not. I wasn't talking about selling it, but like making fan art of somebody, then sending it to that somebody,
Well, it's
or
not.
like having their fans see it.
Yeah. Well, there's that, but the other thing is, like one of the first things I started doing when I started this channel is I did fan art. I did Marvel, DC. Like a lot of people are for them nowadays, but still people love the like Superman, Batman. They love these characters, and if they see somebody drawing them, and I would suggest, if you can, record yourself drawing it and maybe make it a time lapse video, or
I'm not really a 2D artist. I do CGI, and occasionally I trace CGI. That's how I make the 3D art. I don't actually drawing. I'm not a really good artist.
Yeah. Okay. Well, well, everybody can attest. I'm not the best artist either, right? And but you get on there and you do your best. Yeah, some people are gonna hate on you for it because it looks crappy, and that's fine. Everybody's got a right to their opinion. But if you want to get noticed, you have to do something that people know to get noticed. Because if you say, "Oh, drawing of Batman," time lapse drawing of Batman, they're gonna come to you. You know, like as much as I like the Buckler, unfortunately, not too many people know the Buckler. You know, like I've been going around doing the campaign trail recently, right? And probably half or three quarters of the people that I talk to have not even heard of the Buckler in our community, indie comics.
I no one cared about Ice on either. Which
Yeah, some care, some don't. But if you mention Batman, Superman, maybe some of other DC or Marvel, maybe Image, you know, do stuff of them, they care about that more than they do Buckler. You know, like and as I did this stuff, as I did this stuff, I ended up talking about my own stuff at the same time and got people interested. And
another thing I noticed at least that's what Trey McKell and Daz and Kate and Anime always been told me is that my characters will really want appeal to people who like those type of characters. Like they won't appeal, like my characters aren't going to appeal to people who like Batman or Superman or anything like that.
Question: do you make characters that are really kind of pardon my language, effed up?
Sometimes not. Depends on the individual character.
Well, if they're really kind of effed up to some people, there's some people who like really effed up things in their entertainment.
Like for example, Goofanoid is he's a clown. He has a strict code against killing, and he has prank toys as gadgets, and he fights villains that are similar to like slasher villains.
Okay. Interesting.
So you know that would be maybe a Spawn audience. So John, you know,
it's not Spawn audience because Goofanoid doesn't kill at all.
Yeah, but
At all.
Yeah,
kind of like Batman.
Yeah, I get that Goofanoid doesn't kill, and yes, maybe Spawn does kill, but I'm saying Spawn's villains would probably represent the same type of villains, from what I know of Spawn.
I think Cassie Hack's villains would be better representative of what Goofanoid normally fights.
Okay, well, I don't know who Cassie Hacks is.
Yeah.
Hack Slash.
Pardon?
There's no visual reference, so we wouldn't understand. It's probably probably another thing is there's no visual references.
Hack Slash. Hack Slash. I actually did have art of Goofanoid made. But Hack Slash. Hack Slash is
Yeah. But see,
Hack Slash is a comic book that came out in 2000s.
Okay.
I was a bit like a baby when he's comic.
Okay, again, not something I've heard of. I'm trying to reference something that's famous. Spawn is famous. People know Spawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
People know, and now I'll admit I don't really know his villains myself, but a lot of people out there that know are really into Spawn.
They're not similar. They're not similar to Goofanoid villains. Most of them.
Well, you said slasher villains, you know, so slasher type.
No, but Spawn's villains are not slashers. Most of them are.
They're more supernatural.
Okay.
Yeah, but Goofanoid's villains aren't really supernatural. They a lot of them are just regular humans who just would gimmicks that kill people.
Okay, so hello Alpha Proto. Tank's already probably gone, but bye Tank. I just want to catch up with the chat here too. Tank said Joshua said about people don't care how long it takes. He says that's true, Joshua, as long as it's not much later than the promised delivery date. Yeah, and we sort of covered that. Joshua said they're not going to value a YouTube video more just because it took a long time to make the long time behind the scenes to make it. Yeah, true. Again,
some of the best stuff around actually didn't take that long, and it was very simplistic.
Yeah, and that's all right either way. Let's see. Tank then also said, "True, Joshua. People don't care how hard it is to accomplish a task, just how well it is done." And Joshua asked, "So is it like horror?" And that's to you, Vince.
of a comedy action because the Goofanoid's mere presence makes it not scary because it's Jester with joke toys. His mere
So
presence is fine against
he
characters.
appears non-threatening to the villains.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but
yeah. His mere presence. Yeah, his mere presence makes it not scary. Makes it because
or you would hope.
you have.
But
Mhm.
how do the villains do their thing? You know, like you said,
Oh,
slasher. So that means, you know, like I'm thinking they're, you know, like I guess Jason or Freddy.
yes, they did. Yes, yes, they do stuff like that.
Or
They
comedy? Hmm.
yes, yes,
I also want to
they do.
play a little bit of rebuttal. Um, maybe people don't. Maybe certain audiences don't care how long it takes as long as it's done well. But when people put down their hard-earned money, eventually they
Yeah.
expect to get something for putting down their money.
Yeah. Well, I think we're talking about for free, Tim.
Mhm.
Like, well,
Okay.
what I mean by free, or free is the wrong word. If he does a video for YouTube, right, and nobody's paid
Mhm.
any money for him to make that video, would you care how long it took him to make that video?
No, I wouldn't really. I guess I get what you're saying.
That's what we're talking
But,
about.
uh, but, but, but,
Or
but, but people said I'm lazy, even though I'm lazy, even though like I literally worked hard to make that animation that one pilot, and I'm literally can't even make the sequel because my computer keeps crashing when I'm trying to set up the scenes.
yeah,
Animation is a really hard thing to get into as far as creation goes. Okay,
so
I
how
am your
much
prime
how much
example.
how much would you need to do a full length cartoon?
Um,
I
wait, was that question for me?
no, I believe it
Anybody,
was.
anybody, I
it's
guess.
a full because I'm an animator. If you don't know, I consider myself an animator. At least I always want to be some kind of animator.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm saying if I were to try to get some people to make a full length Melvin cartoon, how long would that take? How
Um,
much space would you
One
need?
ep-
there's
one
a lot of
episode.
variables with that. There's a lot of
Oh,
variables with that.
okay, okay. Okay. I gotta think. How many characters are there, and how many? I'm like how many sets? I'm gonna I would just need the money to buy a good computer and pay
Right.
some and maybe pay
Oh,
up. Mm.
we're confusing Alpha Proto. Poor guy.
And Joshua says horror comedy, and that's more to Fitzjoseph or a
Yeah,
a type of
Goofanoid.
yeah.
I guess
Maybe
that's
it's
what you describe it as. But uh, but uh, but the hero is nothing like the villains he fights.
Yeah.
Weird. That's a weird thing.
where'd you get the name Goofanoid?
Uh, I partially base his design off of the Domino's Pizza Noid. So Goof Noid.
Goofanoid. Oh,
So
okay.
he's a bit goofy and he's annoying.
Um,
So that's how I got the name. That's how I came up with that name. Like, like I
so Alpha Pro says the same audience as the mask.
Not really, because the mask is it masks the story about how everyone's a bad person, and it all it takes this one mask to bring out just truly how much of a bad person you are, or something. Because the mask has more common with Homelander than it does with Goofanoid.
Yeah, but see the mask, you know, Jim Carrey's character, you know, he wasn't a bad guy with it, you know. He did a whole lot of
I mean, he
silly.
was,
I don't know what the comics are
yeah, but he
like.
did rob a bank, and then he did rob a bank, but he doesn't go out and do anything that the comic mask would normally do, like skinning
Well,
people or
you forgot the auto repair people.
yeah, but he doesn't mutilate them and stuff. Well, tear their organs out and replace with car parts.
Yeah, but I think again, what The Mask, he's funny. Yeah, he does. Yeah, sure, he robbed a bank at first, but if he continued on, I don't think he would be robbing banks on a regular basis. It was just because he was down on his luck and all that. That the
he wasn't malicious or anything like that.
he's very impulsive character,
Hmm.
and like what's his name? I forget what the character's name is supposed to be, but you know, I guess the character thought of himself as funny and all that, and
Family.
then you're adding the God of Mischief on top of that, so
Hmm. But another thing is my idea for this character of Goophanoid isn't really unique because Funny Man by Siegel and Schuster was just technically in the public domain, so anybody can use it. Also exists, and that's pretty much the same type of character. He's a clown. He has these joke toys, fights criminals.
yeah. And and I've mentioned this one to you before in DC's universe, Tangent universe. There's a Joker who goes around and does all that too. Uses
Mhm.
gimmicks and jokes to fight crime. Yes, that Joker didn't have the villains that you're describing, but
Mhm.
it was still a character that
Uh,
fought crime with you know
mhm.
stuff. And then there's Mary of a
Yeah,
Thousand Gadgets or whatever. There's quite a few characters that have done it, fought crime with
they no, yeah,
There
no one,
seems
no
to
one's
be a
ever made,
joke there.
pardon.
no one's ever made an entire comic series about that. Though that's the thing.
Yeah.
And and a point out is that concept's unsalvageable. Like I can't make an entire comic series out of that. It's like, huh?
Oh,
Like,
I believe you could. You just have to write the character right, write everything. It's execution, as I said earlier. And I'm not sure whether you're
like,
executing it right or not. Like
yeah.
I know.
You know what helped me, and this probably won't help everybody else? Fight.
Go ahead, Tim.
So, somebody told me that would never succeed at comic books because I was originally drawing and doing the whole Melvin thing myself, and I don't like people telling me where I can and cannot succeed, and therefore, by telling me that, I went out of my way to prove them wrong. And well, 4 or 5 years later, here we are.
Yeah, you're
No,
not super successful, but you are slowly succeeding.
yeah,
Well,
Yes.
or just in the fact that you got your own comic book out, you're successful in that sense.
I have
another.
I have 5 books out.
Yeah, by the way, Wizard or something.
What was that,
Say
Fitzgerald?
what?
Like, what's Melvin about? A wizard or something?
Melvin is a mercenary that was hired to save a princess from a dangerous cult. And there's, of course, the Zero issue about how he got to be a mercenary.
Oh, he's a soldier guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he
Okay.
the name kind of throws people off, but I get a kick out of that. It's funny to me.
he is a for hire mercenary,
Yes.
and he doesn't usually pick his own
Uh,
jobs. He gets them picked for him by someone else.
Yeah, mercenaries are owned like gladiators. They have a master.
In your
They
universe.
are yes, and they have a microbomb and a now words are escaping me for some reason. A microbomb and a God, why is my brain not working?
Does it
A
ever work?
a tracking device. Shut up. A tracking device planted in the.
Ouch!
tracking device. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
So that the
So
boss
they,
always knows where they are.
yeah, and if they can't find them, they just blow them up.
Oh,
So
so they're basically
yeah,
slaves.
yeah. Unless
Oh,
they can make money big enough to split between 2 people. The money they take they be able to get because they don't get the money for themselves. It all goes to the person that owns them. unless they can get the money so large that they can split between two people, and that's like the sign of that's their sign of their freedom.
Oh, so just slave. Oh, he's a slave. Oh, okay, got it. Interesting.
Can I go back to
Oh,
the question whoever asked, like, how long does it take for a animation to get done?
Yes, that'd be my question.
Um, that was your question, Timothy. So,
Yes.
um, it depends on how many voice actors you have and if they get their recordings in within your timeline. It also takes you I'm thinking about the entire production of a video versus the actual animation. For me, but when it comes to the actual animation itself, um some of the things that can take like a lot of time is if you do frame by frame over vector, and also if you do frame by frame and a lot of details, then that's going to take
mm.
longer than vector with minimal detail.
And
um
also, guess what
and
animation of what type of animation using? There are three types technically. Animation.
Um, so I personally use a vector program, which is like your bones and puppets. And let's just say that even with me doing everything myself with my very simplistic art style, if I'm completely like focused in, it takes me 8 hours to get one video done. And that is for a 3 to 5 minute animation.
I do
Now,
CGI. It takes me longer because of the rendering process.
yeah, so I I just wanted to answer that question for you based off of my experiences.
All right.
So I would say like for me, for a 5 minute video, up to 5 minute video, it takes me 8 hours.
Minimum.
And I don't even like minimal, and I don't even like fully animate each frame. Some of my frames are literally just drawings I stick in there to help me tell the story without animating the complete video. Yeah. Um, it's just and and it just takes like forever to like get everything done. If you want to add on top of there like audio, depending on how good your voice is that day, I wish I was kidding with this, but and also depends on if you have multiple voice actors, like that can take an hour or two to even get any to even get a recording.
Yeah.
Because if your voice, yeah,
Editing, yeah, can take
but
a long time.
yeah, yes,
Yeah.
and it's mostly just you listening to yourself over and over and over again. Really.
Same here.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Exactly.
um,
Yeah, but if you have multiple voice actors, it's still listening to people over and over again saying the same thing, and just trying to time it up
um,
with whatever you've got in there, the audio
Mm.
as
correct.
far as like, so for me, as far as voice recording goes, as long as people are not like saying the same thing at the same time, I usually like within my scripts I put um like a line number like next to each script, and like what I mean by line number is everything that somebody speaks is a line, and then as soon as you switch speakers you switch the line number. And how I personally like edit like things with more than one voice actor is within recording, I just have like a ton of mini files, which sounds silly, but every time somebody speaks, it's its own file. So like I have I have line 1 and then the other person has line 2. My example of me having myself and one other person voice acting is my April Fool's Day special. So like I tend to like record a ton of mini files and then edit them together later. Because that tends to be how things work with my timeline and my guests' timeline, and I just feel like it would be extremely hard to get like a good chunk of people who you're having work with you record at the same time and be a part of the same audio file.
I see.
So
Although
So
it's not I didn't do the animation. You might remember a couple months back, Tim, I had a angel versus demon fight through some animation
believe so.
animation I got done on
I
you know
probably- I don't.
that I had to piece together the things together from that video animation program that I have. Yeah, and I did the voices for that, and I did 2 different voices, so going back and forth. So yeah, that was a bit. You had to
As long as you
overlap
don't do
the.
As long as you don't do the voices that Mike does.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he does it, when he reads those old, really bad old comic books.
Yeah.
let me guess, the Angels won.
Yeah, the angel one.
You'd like to think so.
Dang it. Yeah.
Most of
Of
the
course
time they
the
would.
Angels won.
You don't remember that video, Joshua? I should probably get
I
it.
see you're working over the Canadian shield that has Spider-Man eyeballs.
Yeah. Yeah, my
which
artist
is actually-
decided.
which is-
I'm back. I had to take a leak, but I want to say another thing I get criticism for a lot is this character called Distortion. Because it's the character is a woman who was a suit that allows her to turn invisible.
Yeah,
That's it.
the thing is, you know what? Has to come a point where you say
doesn't sound very useful.
wait, look at the invisible woman. You can get into places by being
When
invisible.
her suit turns invisible, but she don't.
No. She turns invisible with the suit.
Oh, okay.
But my
I'm
but
sure
yeah.
there's fan art of the suit being invisible and she's not.
No. That's empowered. They already did that joke already.
But as I was trying to say, there comes a point when you just gotta say, screw everybody. I don't care what you say or think. This is my character. You don't like it, I'll find somebody who does. And if you don't like it, fine. That's all right that you don't like it. It's not for you. Good, or maybe not good.
All you gotta say is, "Oh, I got these nuts." When I criticize your character, you go, "Well, I got these nuts."
Also, you will say that doesn't sound very useful. You do realize if you can't see you, you can just sneak into your house at night and poison your drinks, right? In fact, she does that a couple times. Like I actually plan for her to do that a couple times.
What?
Like, okay, she's supposed to be like a superhero. She fights terrorists and rich guys, I mean, evil CEOs. So she's not fighting off alien invasions or nothing like that. Like you say that power is not very useful. Like, that very easily is just very useful as a power.
Well,
if you don't know you're there, then
I think he was misunderstanding you. I think he thought you meant she turned invisible, but her suit didn't. So you'd still see her suit going around, although you wouldn't see her. You'd see empty clothes walking. Would that be correct?
I heard it as the clothes went invisible, but she didn't.
No, she did. The suit was a suit that turns her
Could you imagine how-
invisible.
Could you imagine that being her one and only appearance? So how did she get shot up? Well, her clothes were invisible, but she didn't.
No. She turns invisible with the suit, and then sneaks around places and sabotages the bad guys' plans by causing malfunctions. Let's just say.
Okay.
Okay.
But but that's not an interesting concept because she doesn't do any direct fighting. At least that's what I've been told. Well, I'm like, okay, how's that? She doesn't do any direct fighting, yeah, but the bad guys still lose. So
Yeah, well, yeah,
So
sometimes you do have
the
to
bad
create.
guys, the bad guys lose, but they never know who did it. They're like, wait,
exactly,
I
that's
swear,
the
I
actual
swear.
premise.
Yeah, but the
Or
thing
maybe
is,
she could be like, good.
the thing is, you would probably have to add in, something goes wrong. You have to have something go wrong, and maybe she gets
Oh yes, they do.
noticed.
Yes they do. She will fight some characters who are trying to figure out who she is and what's going on. And you do have some things that do go wrong, but she gets around them. She has to figure out how to get around them. She uses her brains more than anything else.
Okay, well that's
Joshua says she could just take the clothes off. Wait a minute. That gives me another question about Wonder Woman. What happens if she puts on her regular pajamas, then the next morning she goes to put her clothes on, but her clothes are missing because they turned invisible.
Well, then she'd be a wandering woman. I'd wonder where her clothes went.
yeah. But the
No,
thing the
no.
thing is with, well, first of all, you're not talking about Wonder Woman. You're talking about the Invisible Girl, and if she takes her clothes off while invisible, the clothes would become visible when they are put down somewhere and she's not touching them.
I'm talking about if she takes the clothes off and then the clothes become invisible.
No.
That character, that's not how that works.
Distortions. Well, she does have a power without the suit, and that is she has cybernetic eye implants that allow her to see UV and infrared light. But which is uh which allows her to see stuff that regular humans can't see. She can see people with thermal vision. So
Okay. No, Joshua said he did see that video, but and I can see why because I'm not trying to be able to find it in my two demons flashing. Did I just show that live? Never put it up? I thought I did.
Sounds like a mystery.
The world may never know.
yeah, but these concepts are is inherently bad. Apparently because
Well, they're not inherently bad. They might need some tweaking to get them better. Like if you were telling somebody that she didn't fight and now you're saying that she does fight every so often, yeah, you know, no fighting at all or whatever probably wouldn't be the best. But if she's actually fighting some people, that's good too. You want that. You want some conflict and all that. It's just figuring out.
mostly mind games. That's really what this was going on. She has to outsmart her opponents, not fight them.
Imagine
Yeah.
if like one of the guys knew what she looked like, but when she showed up, she was part of like the investigation team or something. So he'd be like, it's her, I tell you, she did it," and she'd be like, "What?" Right?
Hmm.
They'd be like, and then she'd like look at you, the reader, and wink. That'd be like a fourth wall break right there.
Have
Maybe she'd do
you?
like maybe she'd do a little wink and then put her finger over her mouth like shh.
have you written it?
You're the reader.
Have you written an actual comic script with either any of these characters?
I've written scripts for Goofanoid with Goofanoid, but I did not from I wrote a script for Tiger Man, like a test script.
Well, if you want, it's up to you. One time, maybe we can do is you can come on and we can go through the script, one of them, and see what people say. If you're up for the, shall we say, hopefully constructive criticism, maybe to help you out. But you don't have to. Obviously, it's just an offer.
Okay, I probably seen the Goofanoid one. The Tiger Man one, I already understand what's wrong with it. Which, I mean, Tiger Man, the 12-year-old boy who becomes a violent anti-hero were-tiger. And I'm not seeing you that one.
Yeah. But if you want to do that sometime,
I'm probably not.
Okay.
I might. I don't know. I don't understand exactly what are the problems with the Goofanoid script. Outside of what people just told me, the character is itself is lame.
Yeah, well, that's what they
'Cause-
think because they haven't seen it. I doubt you read them the script or they saw the script.
I know they
first.
actually read the script. They said the character itself is lame. Like because the main complaint is that I didn't well his skill says lame or the jokes are lame or whatnot. But they don't actually explain what is the issue with the character itself.
Okay.
Because I can't
It's
the make
it sounds like, if I may interject here, it sounds like your characters lack substance.
because
Would that be fair to say?
I was just about to ask what the personality was of this character. So,
his, one thing about Goofanoid is that he hallucinates these imaginary friends that he knows aren't real, but he can't will away, and they clash in when he's fighting crime. So
Okay, these characters come on when he is combating people.
yes,
People,
yes,
please don't clip
and
that.
yes, and yes, and he can't also control the hallucinations. So because of that, he actually has a wire on him at all times, so that records every
Okay,
fight.
the question is why?
That records every fight. And the reason for this is so that he know what's real and what's not when he replays it back later.
Okay,
Now,
but the question is, why does he see these characters? Is there some kind of mental illness in this character? Is
yes,
he? Why
yes,
is he?
he's
Where's that come from?
he's schizophrenic technically. So and it manifests in his thought process where his thought process when he's planning, as he has different characters argue with each other, and that represents his thought process.
Well, here's a question.
Wait,
The script
I have a question too.
Okay, I'll let Rebellious ask.
So would you also say that he has multiple personalities?
No,
As
no,
well?
no, no, because only one voice, only one's in control.
Okay. Now this
He's complete control of his body at all times. It's just these other characters that
now
represent different parts of his personality that occasionally argue with each other.
now the
That still
script.
sounds a little bit like a multiple personality.
No, that's schizophrenia. No, he has schizophrenia. Multiple personalities. Each
Oh.
one can take control of the body. That's not the
Okay.
case here.
Okay.
None of them can take control of his body.
Uh,
Right.
okay.
So maybe these these other personalities represent kind of a different morality for this character?
Yes. Yes, he has burrito that always tells him that always compels him to to help people, even when he's trying to be selfish. This burrito imaginary friend always tells him he has to be what's the proper word? He has to be the proper word to say here.
Yeah.
He has to always help others.
Yeah.
Even when he's trying to be selfish, like going on a date or whatever.
Okay, so here's a question. The script that people have read, is it with him facing a villain?
Yes.
Okay, so
The
what I would suggest is I get where you want to go, but with a character like this, you might need to go into his origin first so people know what the character is about. So when you go into a villain thing, you know, they know what to expect. They know who he is, you know.
Mhm.
Is he a vigilante type of character that has taken it upon himself to fight crime?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe this is me just kind of throwing this out there. Maybe he does his planning in his apartment, and all his personalities are kind of like his MIDI or something, where he talks about what he's going to do to fight crime, and they each kind of weigh in before he goes on a mission.
Mhm.
And then
He also has.
maybe you can hint that there's that he has schizophrenia. Maybe like he'll be talking to himself and he's the only character in the room, and then maybe next panel there's multiple people in the room or something like that. I don't know.
Okay, that would actually a better way to exemplify what he got what's going on. I give you that. No, we'll try that. I will try that.
Another. Oh, continue.
He also has Mad Ball, which is this ball with a smiley face on it. That is how he comes up with his gadgets because he works at a toy store. Uh, and but man, but and that's the one that comes up all the gadgets. At least
Have you
it's his own.
have you oh continue.
Okay,
Have
you can go
you
on, Patrick.
yeah. Have you thought about giving Madball a personality of its own?
Yes. Yes. I probably should think Mad Ball a bit more.
Yeah. Or is Madball supposed to be like Wilson was in Castaway? I think it was Castaway. You know where?
No. It's actually in his head. It's not a literal ball. Well, at least it's not something that physically exists. It's just in his head.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Same. Oh, same with burrito. The burritos.
Okay. Yeah.
so I have two different things to like say. One um is the fact that like people tend to have like weird feelings. At least they did in like the late 2010s, but um people tend to associate clowns with horror. And ever since like all the like crazy clown attacks happened in 2016, I'm not sure if
No.
that's
I
still
was
the case anymore. But
yeah,
even keep this in mind, even McDonald's like almost cut out Ronald McDonald completely.
he just brought him back. They just brought him back.
Was she saying
That's it.
back then they almost cut him out completely? They
There's an
might.
interesting psychology of why people are afraid of clowns, and that's because they have exaggerated features and they don't look exactly human. People tend to be afraid of those. But horror and superhero genres do sometimes cross.
But not I'm sure the clown is almost never the hero though.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
No, no, never at all. But
Yeah, but he is the hero in this case. So that's the thing.
yeah,
I just feel like that like that's a very original idea, which is a good thing. But at the same time, you're gonna have to work against all the clown
Clown
fears that
phobes.
people have.
Yeah,
Clown
well,
phobes.
But
yeah,
but
there are some people, yes, that have a phobia of clowns, but most people like clowns. You know, they see them clowning around and doing, stuff in the circus and laughing.
I'd like you to look up a study of that. But that whole Spawn grittiness would work well with a character that is a clown that fights crime. I mean, you might want to kind of at least not you might not have to make it gritty and violent, but well, maybe you do. Um, but that whole Spawn aesthetic, I think, would work well with a clown. That's why the Violator is a pretty good villain.
Or you do the you do the thing, the sort of the Batman thing. I will bring my fear to everybody else. I feared clowns, so they will fear clowns.
You want to know what would be a complete? Do you want to know what would be a funny idea to have as a villain of your series?
What?
You
Like
should
evil
just have
clown?
a random. You should have a random guy afraid of clowns as a villain.
Okay. And that was actually funny. I actually did think of that one, but I don't know exactly how that would work.
But yeah,
Um,
if you're to do a first issue, or bring a first issue out to people, I think it should be something surrounding his origin, so people can get used to the character.
Hmm. I get it now, Rick.
Right?
Yeah, I get it now, Rick. So, guys, give me understand why he's a clown or why he doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah, and about like that he has the hears the voices and how that works. Let him know how he works as a character, you know,
Mm.
because otherwise they're jumping in. They know nothing about this character, how he works. They're just like well, you just confuse them, right? And you don't want to confuse your audience. Well, maybe not.
You want to keep
Sometimes.
it first issue. You want to keep it simple. You
Hmm.
don't want people to think too much about it. Just like here's my character. Here's what he's doing. And if you want to more complicated story, then you do a cliffhanger ending. Or if it's a one and done kind of thing, you just here's the beginning, here's the middle, here's the end. See you next time. Thanks for reading.
um, another suggestion I had is to put more emotional depth into your character, because there's some people, believe it or not, who tends to keep on reading because they fall in love with the character too.
Yeah, it becomes iconic. Listening to music always helps. I'm listening to I like a lot of heavy music. I'm writing Melvin, so
Okay. Mhm.
that's definitely the vibe I want to get when I'm writing Melvin. It's like I don't imagine just like a mellow thing. I want like heavy metal music playing as if it was like a movie that would be playing in the background. It would make everything intense.
Mm.
So what is your main character's temperament? I don't know how to
Uh,
explain temperament. Uh,
the temperament.
Is he
He's
brooding? Is he
no, no,
unhinged?
quite the
Is
opposite.
he
Yeah, not quite the opposite. He's jolly most of the time and acts like acts like all the weird stuff happening around him is normal. Uh, he can get shocked, but only if something really horrible happens.
he's unattached to most things around him?
Yeah, so like you have he sees monsters all the time. Monsters other weird people with weird prosthetics all the time, and then he acts like he's normal. Like there's a character called John the Painmaker. It was a minion. It was not a main villain. It was a minion of another villain, but he's a guy with piercings all over his body. you react like this, just like it's normal or something.
How does this not sound like Spawn? Come on, think about it. He's this character that may work if he is a little more gritty. There's a villain called John the Painmaker. Let's take out Goofanoid and put Spawn in his place. There's a guy called John the Painmaker, and Spawn tells him to stay the hell out of his alley, and breaks his hand, then rips his hand off, and then shoves it elsewhere. The end. I'm just saying that it just in my mind, it's like, okay, this character is unattached. There's a lot of weird things that happen around him, and
He's jolly most of the time. Like he acts like he's not exactly like he's normal. He's really hyper energetic and jolly most of the time.
Yeah, and just the
So
weird stuff around him doesn't affect him. It's because
so if there's like a triple homicide, he's gonna be like just jolly.
no, he's gonna try to find the bad guy, but he doesn't like like oh no, like he acts like somebody's kid got stolen or something when he sees him
and
when he
hello
sees
Metal,
like this
hello
hello
Metal,
metal
and
double
how
yes.
yeah. And Joshua says sounds like a Deadpool type character.
Exactly. He kind of almost like a Deadpool type character. The only difference is he doesn't kill.
Yeah, like I think the character can work. Yeah, maybe you're gonna have to tweak some stuff. Like even the Canadian Shield here. Like I've tweaked stuff over the years. Like when I originally created him, he was supposed to be big burly biker type guy that went around the country on a motorcycle. Well, as you can see, he's no longer that. Alright,
Yeah, I remember my first interview, and you guys were. I spent, well, what about Melvin this? What about Melvin that? And I spent 2 weeks kind of working on the background. The background of the character a little bit more. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you learn
Also,
a lot.
I have a question. How exactly is your main character's name Melvin by chance or no?
Oh yeah, I can answer that easily. So when in the '90s, Mad Magazine had put out a card series, and it was all the covers they ever had at the time. From the first issue when it was still a comic book to the recent years, and the first issue has these two parents kind of like cowering in the corner, and one parent's like, "It's hideous, it's ugly," and the other was, "It's ugly," and this like, little kid sitting there picking his nose, and he says, "It's Melvin," and Mad Magazine was the shit. I
Okay.
thought in middle school. Hold on, I made a character called Melvin, and of course Melvin went through the various variations. And when I heard about your boy Zach making Jawbreakers, and I had just seen John Carter of Mars, I kind of reimagined him as a sci-fi action hero.
Okay,
And
so that's
the name.
that's the out of universe explanation why his name is Melvin. What's it in
Oh,
universe?
I got that one too. You guys don't think I know? Fools. Anyway,
Well,
that's
I
just
was just asking that to make sure that I got the name of your main character. My actual
yeah.
question is
Well, can I answer?
is how
Can I answer? Can I
Well,
answer?
I
Well,
have my
well,
actual question.
well, I think
all right,
I think he's talking about answer my question, but you can answer hers.
Okay.
Melvin's pastry.
is
Yeah.
Gotcha. Anyway,
Thank you. Thank you so much, Timothy. You can answer Rick's first.
well, I'll answer. Okay, so what was your question? Because you guys were both going off at the same time.
Mine was just
I
in.
never got it out. I never got my question out.
And
no.
mine was just in universe name. Why the name in universe?
Oh, okay. So that's just the closest translation to your ears that you know. If it goes by an actual language, you wouldn't understand what his name is.
Okay, then why was he
So-
named whatever that name was?
Dang it, you're scrupulous. I haven't come up with the reason why for that yet.
Yeah,
Like
no.
I said, it hasn't organic. Well, why is Man Like Cougar called Man Like Cougar?
Because of his speed, his grace, and all that, it reminded him of his tribe of a cougar, thus acting like a man like cougar, and his strength and all that. You thought you were gonna get me, and of course, Tim, I think you know I'm just teasing you a little.
Yeah, well, I answered your question there, buddy.
Yeah, and you didn't know the answer. Again.
Well, it's a name.
You could just say his parents named him that.
Yeah.
Then it would be, why did his parents name him that?
Hey, Rick, I'm holding up a finger. Guess which one?
The middle one.
This one. You're picky.
No, the middle
Sure.
one.
Or maybe it's this
I
one.
send the very,
Am I right?
I send the very best.
Is it this one?
I want you to send me a picture of which finger it is to see if I'm correct.
Oh, he's holding up the middle finger. We all know that.
Yeah, I got it right. Yay!
On Melvin's planet, it means gratitude.
Okay, anyways, Pastry, what was your question?
Anyways, my question was the whole schizophrenia piece. Was he like born with it, or did I know how people actually get schizophrenia in real life, but in this like comic book universe, is he born with it, or does it happen during a like specific traumatic event?
That's what I gotta figure out because I changed the origin multiple times of Gryffindor. That's what I gotta figure out. It's like he's probably born with it. Or may have reactivated.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Oh, I thought you had a
If he
question.
was born with it. Oh, continue.
I just thought your question was for Tim earlier, but okay.
Oh, it was.
But
Yeah. Because it's probably born with it, but it's probably just reactivated or something. I've changed the origin of the character multiple times, so I'm doing another origin soon.
Dude, you gotta stick to one eventually. Anyways, I have an idea for if he's born with it. You should like have at least one scene of him in grade school, seeing his like character, his like schizophrenic characters, and then asking the kids around him if they've seen it, if they've seen them, and like going about it that way, because like I'm sure that he didn't always know that all the quote unquote friends he had was schizophrenia. There's no way he would have always known that.
Yeah, exactly. He probably figured out once he realized he can't interact with the world aside from him. Which would be like probably very early, like 7.
Oh. I was thinking like
At some point
kindergarten,
he
like
realized
when he starts school, or when he starts like school or daycare or something.
Like he will realize he can't interact with anything aside from him.
I like Joshua. Joshua says, I feel like I have schizophrenia listening to this stream. But talking about stuff knowing about characters, the other day I was looking through some files of the Canadian Shield and other ones, but I found these pages back that I did from the 90s with some facts about Canadian Shield. Now some of these facts have changed, but you guys want to hear them?
Yeah.
Di-
Yeah,
di-
yeah, yeah. Make quick. I'm gonna go on. So I'm getting kind of hungry. So
Yeah,
go on.
different facts about it. Says Matthew Cougar because originally that's what I was going to end up having his name changed to, Matthew Cougar instead of Manly Cougar. So
Hmm.
he is originally from. It says 150 years ago. That changed to 200 years ago. And that's because of how much time's gone by since this was originally written. He is destined to become the Canadian Shield. He has been brought forward in time to the present. A lot of these, he has made Christ his Lord and renounced all the gods of the Iroquoian tribe. Iroquois. Too bad I can't speak. He is a North American Aboriginal from the Iroquois tribe, Neutral League. He changes his name from Man Like Cougar to Matthew Cougar. Well, now it's Manly Cougar. He enjoys fishing. He possesses a vast knowledge on how to survive in the wilderness. He is approximately 28 years of age. He was 14 when he was saved. He enjoys hunting. He started fighting what he perceives to be weirdos, in other words, my villains. His people considered him an outcast or black sheep once he accepted Christ, the God of the white man. He is humble and meek mannered. He puts up guards when dealing with his own people and feels he needs to protect himself from being put to death. He was used to being treated poorly by the white man, thus he found it difficult to adjust to their ways and customs. And the last 2 points change for the good due to the change of the times. So there's some stuff that I wrote back in the 90s on the Canadian Shield. Or Man Like Cougar. And I know I've been asked probably maybe some of that, maybe not some of it before. So I just thought some of you guys out there might like to have heard that. That I did do some.
I wish I had the original version of Melvin before I rewrote it into an actual full-length comic book.
Yeah.
It was like, what, 2017, 2018, something like that.
Metal says chapter 1 should only be origin if that is the start of the story. If the story doesn't start with the character's origin, you can cover it later with a flashback or a spin-off. Yeah. True. But
or a zero issue if you want to bring it back, which I did.
Yeah, but I think for Goofanoid, it would do well with it because it gets to know the character since he's fairly complex, it sounds. Which is nothing wrong with that. Metals also says that is just general writing advice. Almost always start at wherever the story begins. If you start elsewhere, have a good reason for it.
My advice is just like making your character like a character that people can mentally connect with on at least some level. Just like putting more personality into the character as it is. Because I know with like video medias, that tends to be how people want to keep watching and want to just continue doing stuff and seeing stuff. Also, I have another idea for later on in this series. You could have, and later on in the yes, this might go with like a narrative that I'm gonna say after this, but maybe like halfway throughout the book, maybe you should have um Melvin like have a nervous breakdown.
Okay, I think
You
you're
want
confused.
my character,
I think you're
my character
confused.
to have a nervous breakdown.
I think you're confusing people's characters. You're talking. I
No,
think Goof.
I'm talking to Tim about Melvin.
Nervous breakdown, huh?
hmm
I'll think about
I'm
it.
and then what I'm gonna say as far as in general, people love mentally complex slash traumatized characters. For
Oh,
some
there's
reason.
trauma in there. There's trauma in there somewhere. Trust me. Trust me.
I don't know why. People just love the traumatized characters.
Trust.
What? Probably because most people are a little traumatized and they like to identify.
I gotta go. I gotta go eat. So
Oh,
probably record some.
Bye, man.
So
okay, later,
goodbye, everybody.
Fitzchozo. Good having you on.
Uh, my neck is twitching. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on.
X-Spasm?
Goodbye.
A realistic panic attack? Question mark.
I don't know. Well, for instance, I'll give you an example of something you were talking about trauma. Japanese always have a trope in manga, which is the untimely death of parents or the lack of parents being around, and that's to give the main character. It's not a hatred of the family; it's actually more of an obstacle that they give the main character to get around or to overcome. So trauma is just another obstacle for the character to overcome or get around.
No.
People find that um, endearing. Is that the right word?
Well, hopefully
Uh,
Fitzchozo found our what we said helpful in some
yeah,
way
I,
too. Right?
honestly, because I mean, like some of the ideas, like are they sound like half-made ideas,
Yeah, it sounds like
or maybe the
some stuff needs to be fleshed out better or more.
yeah, yeah,
And
kind of like why did they name Melvin Melvin? You know, kind of stuff like that.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it,
add that
it,
into there too.
it sort of
Yeah,
sounds
Rick.
like another interview that I had way back when, although we weren't really interviewing Fitzchozo.
It was a question that no one's ever asked me, and I've never. I just the character was named Melvin, and maybe because his parents named him Melvin.
No, but I
Yeah.
just
Maybe
I'm more.
maybe you should add like a tropey scene of like all the kids laughing at him in grade school for the name Melvin.
Well, there would be no grade school, I think, where he grew up.
Yeah, it was a very tribal thing. There were
But no, I was
I'm just
more.
saying like that kind of feel.
But I was more talking, Tim, when your first interview on my channel about Melvin.
Now I feel like doing like a really like a one-page story where it's like some prophet somewhere is like it will be a man named Melvin, and then it'll flashback to it'll show this flashback to another scene where it's like some guy's like his name is Melvin. It will be significant. Actually, that's it's taken from Kung Pao Enter the Fist, but anyway.
Oh, well, we are at that time, guys, boys and gals, and everybody out there. It is 8 o'clock. So anything you'd like to promote, Rebellious?
Yeah.
I have my stream show again on Wednesday, with with a friend. I forgot what audio game we're doing, but it's Pastries Audio Games. This coming Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, at my 4 p.m. to my 6 p.m. Please keep in mind that my time zone is 2 hours behind Cross Comics'
So that would
And
be
then,
from if it was 4 to 6, then
You
it'd
on
be
the West
6 to
Coast?
4.
I am actually in Mountain Time Zone.
Oh. Oh, I'm in the same time zone.
Really?
Idaho. Yeah.
Yeah, because Tim's a hoe.
Only sometimes.
Wow. And I think I still have a link on your wrench on your channel. So there's, and then my newest video is kind of controversial, so it's just me, my story on like re-questioning myself, but the video that I choose to promote instead is my April Fool's Day special, which, yes, I did the same basic plot as last year, but it's with a different guest, and also like the only thing that's about it from last year to this year is the plot, the basic plot, but it's still a really funny video. And I'm still gonna keep on doing the April Fool's Day specials every year. So yeah.
Cool. Tim, anything you want to promote?
Let's see. Melvin 0 through 3 on Amazon, Walmart, and Barnes and Noble. Zen Odysseus full length on same websites. Let's see. I should be getting a Zen Odysseus story in Up City magazine, I believe. And what else? Oh, the rough for page 28 for Melvin number 4 came in today.
Cool.
So things are cooking.
That's
Things
good.
are on and popping.
Pop, 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 and pop, 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 pop. Okay, well, everybody, just if you haven't went and checked out the Canadian Shield 3 yet and found my comic, go check it out. Hopefully you can purchase. Yeah, and I'll be back tonight, or tomorrow, for the chill stream where we'll be coloring up more Canadian Shield, and then back on Wednesday doing the same thing, and then Thursday, of course, we will have the silhouette game, and this week it is Ghosts. Tim did not dominate last week, mainly due to the
Showed up
fact,
late.
yeah, mainly due to the fact that he was not there at all. So we don't know whether he would
It
have
was a
dominated.
good show anyway. You didn't have Papa Shango. You didn't have the other guy I listed, but right now I'm
Can't
I forgot
remember.
which one, but yeah.
Well, there's a lot of wrestlers from that era to choose from, so I could
Well,
only
pick
do. I
Oh,
did.
Sergeant Slaughter. Didn't have Sergeant Slaughter.
I
mean,
did pick.
come on.
I did pick good, cool ones that I know I liked at the time. So yeah, with that, this week it's Ghosts, or at least Ghosts. Hopefully, if they've got Ghost in their name, they're actually Ghost, unlike Ghost Rider. But or at least the more modern Ghost Rider, anyways.
Oh, I got one more thing to share. Am I cutting you off? Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Tim.
So Melvin got a review from Enlightened Fan and scored higher than Cyberfrog, warts and all,
Cool.
by like a point.
Hey, it's a point, right? Yeah. Cass is
Yeah.
now listing a whole bunch of other characters, wrestlers. But yeah, last week was 80s wrestlers. Tim thought he was going to dominate, but didn't show up, so wasn't able to dominate nothing. Or he dominated nothing very well.
I'm so sorry, I was busy.
Was it busy sleeping? Anyways, thanks everybody for being on the panel. Hopefully, and thanks for the chat for coming by. Love you all. Hope you had a great time. We will see you hopefully tomorrow night. So bye for now. God bless. See y'all.